That's not it.
That's it. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Today's topic, we're going to talk about the dangers of underage drinking and why someone under the age of 21 shouldn't consume alcohol. Annually, about 5,000 people under the age of 21 die from alcohol-related injuries. This comes from the drunk driving, underage drinking, EdgarSnyder.com website, which provides those facts to us. We've all seen the legal ramifications that someone drinking alcohol can have. And next I'm going to discuss why teens aren't responsible enough to consume alcohol under the age of 21, why it's harmful to their health, and just bottom line is why it's illegal. First I'd like to talk about is why underage illegal is illegal in all 50 states. And basically it was a federal law that was passed that anyone under the age of 21 cannot consume alcohol. Most states have adopted a zero tolerance policy. That means you have any alcohol in your system at all, and basically you're going to be charged with having that alcohol in your system. Zero tolerance policy covers DUIs, just being at a house drinking underage, going to a bar and drinking underage. Zero tolerance means zero tolerance. One of the cultures that we've had problems with is parents. And parents that have drank underage and now have kids of their own who think that it's okay to provide alcohol for kids under the age of 21. Many times we'll see that when parties are thrown, parents will provide alcohol and they think it's okay because it's at their house. Still makes it illegal. It's still illegal for those kids to have alcohol. It's still irresponsible because of the health effects that we'll talk about later. The whole parent concept has to be changed as to why it should be a bad thing for your kids to drink alcohol. The other thing is the crime that comes with it. The penalties of here in South Carolina, up to 30 days in jail, the fine of $470, the implications that it has on your criminal record of having an underage drinking charge. All these things combined should be enough as to why you shouldn't drink underage. But if we go ahead and look and transition into why they're not responsible enough, people under the age of 21 have enough trouble making adult decisions alone, let alone you throw in alcohol on top of it. We can see many adults today that are over 21, and when you introduce alcohol, have trouble making good decisions. So you throw that onto someone that's already having trouble making decisions, isn't mature enough to make adult decisions, and you mix in alcohol, which we all know affects decision-making ability. Behavior. It changes the behavior of people under the age of 21 by putting them in riskier situations. You might do something that you normally wouldn't do because you're drinking alcohol. You might be in class and playing on your cell phone when you should be concentrating on what's going on in class. But because you got alcohol in it, you have an I don't care behavior. These are the different kinds of behaviors that we need to modify and change to show that this is what can happen if you drink underage. And then one of the biggest ones is sex. Alcohol plays a significant role in risky sexual behavior. It increases the risk of physical and sexual assault amongst college students. Students under the age of 21, 50,000 experience alcohol-related date rape, and 43,000 are injured by another student who has been drinking. These are all stats that are off the CAMI.org website and the toll of underage drinking in high-risk situations. Those facts alone should show why college students shouldn't go out drinking in bars and then just going home with somebody you just met. Teen pregnancies go up, sexual transmitted diseases go up, assaults go up, and unwanted pregnancies go up. You mix that with it's being illegal, and now we've got bad decision making and bad judgment and then risky behaviors, we can see where the problem comes. And then the last thing we transfer into is the actual effects of alcohol on your body. If we go ahead and look at the health itself, your brain does not totally stop developing until 25. There's new studies out that show that your brain doesn't stop developing all the way up until the age of 40. So with that, you're introducing alcohol onto a brain that's still developing. One of the biggest things that that does is it adds dependency upon the brain, which makes it think that it needs to have alcohol in its system. Not only does alcohol do that, but it also goes ahead and it starts wearing down the development of the brain and can change the chemistry of the brain as well. If we talk about the sexual behavior that we talked about, and you have people that are using alcohol underage or even above age, and you're pregnant with that child, it reduces the birth weight of the children. So most pregnant women that consume alcohol during that pregnancy will deliver a child at a lower birth weight and can also develop birth defects as well. There's also a new study that's shown out that shows an alcohol dependency when the child is born. Basically, they start going through the same withdrawal as having a drug in their system, which alcohol is. And then one of the last things, especially for ladies under the age of 21, alcohol goes ahead and starts aging you at a lot earlier age. It goes ahead and changes the way that your face ages, it changes the way that your body ages, not to mention that most alcohols are heavy in fats. It's a lot of unwanted carbs. So you add all that together and you can see the effect that it'll have on your health. As we look at today's group of people under the age of 21, we look at the report that NIH government did, and it shows the facts that we've talked about earlier, which is a great website to look at to get a bunch of facts for underage drinking. But we look at all that today, and we look at the legal ramifications of how it can affect your life. We look at the physical, how it can affect your life. And then we look at the judgment and decision making. It should be pretty clear of why underage drinking needs to be stopped, why we shouldn't go ahead and add into the culture of it's okay to drink underage. We all need to take a zero tolerance policy, because not only can it affect you both legally, physically, but it can also affect you at school by you losing your scholarships. I appreciate your time today. Thank you.